and I've got $200 worth of $1 coins to go through. So nice and early, get them out of the way so I can get down the bank, and that way, let me just, oh, that's all done, that's okay. I just got to fix up one thing there. And then go through all the other things before I fix it up. Anyway, so yeah, $100 worth of coins, all in rolls. I grabbed that one because there's a dinosaur on there. Now I don't know if these lights are bright enough. Just I've got them. Let me just might be a few bloopers going on here while I fix it up. A few more people come in. I don't know. I didn't charge them up. I played my tabletop game last night and I didn't charge these up after. They're rechargeable. They're really good. But anyhow. Let me see, everything's alright there. Let me make, no, that's what I thought. That's not correct. That's better. Alrighty. Michael Hector. I think it's Michael. You missed the L on the end. Or McKay. McKay Hector. How you going? Hope you're doing well. Where are you situated? You in Australia, Michael? McKay? So we'll search through this. Oh, before I open that one up, I showed it before. I just put that in there, but it was I make badges, my own ones, and I in South Australia. I got on you, yeah. So you're what's the time there? It's about 8:15 or something. There, you're half an hour behind. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I make these badges myself, and I just tried a coin to see if it fitted in there and would stay in there, and it did. I haven't stuck it down in there, just the tightness that was keeping it there. So I'm going to do some badges with some Australian silver in there, and I'll give them away. But that'll be coming up later. 8:15, yeah, thanks for that. So now I can remember. And I think WA is 2 hours. So when I went over yesterday and dropped off those 50-cent pieces and whatever else I had in there, this was in the coin drop. So somebody tried to put these through. They're brand new. Aberfield Industries token dispensers used with up in Sydney. And so that's all right. That's the first ones I've got of them. I don't know if people collect these, but they're, you know, pinball machine, whatever, you know, somewhere there. I don't think they're wash tokens. Doesn't look like it, but they could be. But they're big for wash tokens. Usually they just make them this size for a wash token. They don't need to be expensive for them to get made, and these are quite heavy. But anyway, that'll be a. I'd have to look it up. I haven't seen it. Typical Fiji 5 cents. No errors on these. I checked them all. Then I'll put it there. Indian, 2004. 1 rupee, I would dare say. Taj Mahal there. It's a really nice coin. I thought it was a lot older when I picked it up. There you go, Scott. Yeah, they're fines, yeah, but I've got heaps of stuff there. I showed all my foreign coins the other day, but you know what I didn't show was all the tokens that I found. And in amongst these was the flat batteries, you know, the button battery in these. So you find them in a lot of the coin dispensers. So just a word of warning, if anyone's got children, don't let them put their hands in there and check, all right, because there could be a button battery in there. Anyway, just watch out for those button batteries. So that was the Indian 1 rupee, 2004. I like that. I like that. I like it's well minted. That's really nice stroke, nice and deep. And then a 2014 Florida Everglades, Denver Mint D, quarter, Washington quarter. There's another one, and the Florida. So they have a lot of themes that they do over there, and because they've got so many states, it can take many years for them to do a theme. It can take 3, 4, 5 years. That's really nice. I like that. There's a lot of detail in there. I'll see if I can bring it up. See if I can bring it up a little closer. You know what I do have? Just hold on a tick. I've made this. Oh, better get my magnifying glasses out too, so I can check things. But I made this. This holder that I found, because it's got a white background. It tends to be. It's just a plastic thing, but so the coin can't fall out. Might be better off down there. Anyhow, I think I'm a bit overexposed. That could be half the problem here. Just, yeah, the light's wrong. But anyhow, it's a nice coin. Heaps of detail in there. Lots of room for cracks and stuff to happen. America gets probably one of the most error coins of, that you can find, because they just make astronomical amounts of coins. Seriously. I bet you if you look up the mintage on this quarter, I bet you Denver probably minted 900 million of them, and Philly probably minted another 900 million of them. I bet you there's like, I bet you around 1.5 billion of these were made. Billion. And they just, over there would just be fantastic, the noodle coins. Amazing. If I was doing what I did do here over there, I'd be filthy rich, I tell you. Absolutely stinking rich. Because they've just got everything. Not only the errors and the proofs and not intended for circulations and the error and the varieties, but they got mass amounts of silver. I did a rough calculation, and I reckon that they probably still got 100 million tons. Is it 100 million tons? Or yeah, 100 million tons or something like that of silver still in circulation that you can get out of there. From 64 under and up to 70, they did 40%. But under 64, 90%ers, except for some wartime metal ones, and I think a lot of the dimes weren't silver in the early years. I could be wrong. Anybody that's in America knows, but I'm trying to give it a go. I'm trying to remember other country stuff. Lot to learn. My brain is just packed like a library. Tell you. Sorry, I'll get over here. Wisey, buddy, how you going? Scott, good morning. And it is McKay, because McKay, how are you? A 1988 1 cent wide AM. Yeah, seriously? Let me just keep your eye on that. I just want to look at something. Come. I've got one book, and it's like, it's 15 years old now, I think. Yeah. Yeah. But anyhow, 1988. They made 105 million of them. There's no notes about an error here, but it's not me. It's not. I've got an old Renix as well, because I've got a fair few 1 cent pieces. So I'm going to note that down, because we all learn every day. And see, I didn't know about that. So wide. I shouldn't write on it. Wide AM on the 1988 1 cent. Cheers, bro. All information is absolutely welcome. because I've got a few of them to look. I've got a few 1 cent pieces and 2s, so thank you. That's noted, written down. As I expect everyone to write notes down when I tell them stuff, you know, because don't go asking me and stuff where it is in the videos, because unless I write it in the description or the heading after I've done it, I've got over 500, mate. There's no way I'm going to be able to tell you. Well, maybe not be able to tell you. Well, look, an A. And I got the US last time, so that's a full set. Don't need to pick it up, you can see it from there. Yeah, 2019 Discovery Hunt, 35 years of the $1. There's a 35 just on here. And the A privy mark. Privy marks are raised with an incused letter. Counter stamps are sunken with a raised letter, and a mint mark is just on top of the field with no surrounding. There you go. So yeah, 35 years of $1, 84 to 19. Privy marks, counter stamps, mint marks, well, I say keep them all. And, you know, I'm always, in my mind when I'm telling everybody what learning and stuff here and what to find, I'm on the low end basis of the age, all right? So I'm trying to tell people with the kids that are 7, 8 and upwards about this, to pass it on and get them to start collecting coins. They'll save heaps of money, learn heaps of maths. A million things comes off, you know, collecting coins. And one of the benefits is you save money. You can go down, this costs you nothing, it's face value, you can go and spend it. But I'm always pointing at the lower end. And when I tell them to, you know, keep all of these, that's because if you do keep all these and you pull them out in 20 years, 30 years time, I'm telling you, they're going to be worth a hell of a lot more than that $1. So privy marks, counter stamps, and mint marks, keep all of them unless you're broke and you've got to go spend them, which that's the benefit. You keep them, you go through and keep the best ones if you want to, but keep them, keep some, keep plenty, and down the track, not next year. There's tons on eBay. They're not selling. They're just not worth it. You know, they're still worth like $3 each. You know, brand there, brand doubles, triple at the moment if you can sell it. You know, full sets, I've seen them going for $9 and $10. So, but 10, 20 years down the track, they only made 1.5 million of them. Yeah, you go try and find all the old 1 million jobs that we got in that. Yeah. Have good luck on that. They're really hard. And so based on what we find now at that mintage, in this time frame from when the ones were minted, they're worth good money if you had them. And it cost you nothing, $1. So, and it's not that, you just benefit so much from this. The stock markets, interest rates, your mathematics, design, architecture, painting, the list just goes on and on and on from this. Working at the mint, making coins, minting your own, making your own tokens. I could go on all day of how many benefits there are from collecting coins. And then if you're doing, if you go past just collecting and making sets, that's the 2015, beautiful. That's the lowest minted, 1.4 million. Take that. There's 5 of them. The 2014 is 22 mil, 2015 1.4, 2016 is 2.1, the 2017 is 1.9, and the 2018 is 2 million. Get sets of them. They're going cheap too. And it's all down the track. You know, I'm not talking next year and stuff. I got stuff here that's 20 years old, 25 years old. And when you do this, then you're getting older like me. Time flies. The next thing you know, it's like, gee, I've had them in there for decades. And I'm like, it's just gone. I've just left them there. well, until prior to Christmas when I went and had to cash them in because I needed money. And I've done that. I've done a complete clean out of my collection since 2006, about 6 times. Every single bit of thing I've got, I've cashed in, and I did it again before Christmas. So I've basically got not much. So I'm starting all mine again because I spent them. So check these. I found that there's 3 reverses, and they're all the ones, 3 different ones. Check the tops, check that point, the angle, check the feet, check the thickness, check the distance, the angle of this right foot and the thicknesses, and then check the 2. I could tell you straight out, but you need to get about 30-40 of these and check those ones with together and you'll pick them out. There's 3 of them. That's the 2009 age pension. And yeah, there's 3 reverses on that. 22. Another dinosaur. And I need the chicken one. And where is the dinosaur one? Didn't I have a dinosaur on the top of one of these? How did that get there? Anyway, that might be it. Yeah, so I need that for another set. I'll make 8 sets. 86, 84. I'm all freaked out here because I had one on the bottom, but that wasn't on the bottom. I haven't got it down here. That must have been. I must have. They must have spilt, and I put 2 underneath it. Anyway, I got that. So I need that one. I got 7 sets the other day out of the noodle. 25 of these I scored, and with the ones that I had, I got 4 sets out of the noodle. 4 sets, and the leftovers I put together with the ones I had, and I created another 3 sets, and all of them. All the other ones, I've got a whole lots of 3, and they all need the chicken one. This one. So that's another set. The what's he called? A Lapithorsaring. Man, who gives them their names? You know, just call it a chicken. I'm just reading here. Oh, Snapper, how you going, buddy? Didn't see you there. Didn't see you there. I've got to wrap up Julie's winnings from last night's game, my miners' rights game that Julie won. And Snapper, as I said, I've got your Paralympic $2 carded coin that I'm also going to send to you, the same as what Julie got. But you won't get a badge, but you got a badge last time off me, the wooden spoon badge. But it's a one-off badge too. It was on, no, I don't know if anyone's got that badge that you got yet. Yeah, so I'll be posting that off today to you. I'm getting a bit slow there. I'm thinking 2 things at once, and I don't like that because I'll miss seeing stuff if I do that. Where'd that 2008 go? Just want to check that again. What's that? Caught my eye on there. No. If anything catches your eye, don't let it go past. Even if it's every single coin. No rotate. That makes that out of the last couple. I think I'm up to that's maybe 11 and 1 rotate out of the last 3 noodles, I think it is, that I started keeping track of, last 4 noodles. So 11 to 1 so far for a rotate on the 99. Which at the start when I found them I was on around 14 to 1. And then it went down to 3 to 1 because I got like 5 in one noodle. Yeah, so where are we? A 2014 mule? No, there's no 2014 mules. They don't. There's none. You're talking. Well, you can't get a 2014 mule because they actually made it. There's a 2014 Anzac and there's a 2014 Mobberoos. So if you want to look at it technically, if they made any one of those two with the wrong back on it, you wouldn't know because that's all they brought out. So in effect, they are a mule of each other because this is a 20, that would be a 2014 Mobberoos and the 2014 Anzac. And you wouldn't know. That's all they made. So they can't be a mule. I've got the only error, decent error. Nah, man. No such thing. No. If there's any inner rims, it's just from a tilted die and the pressures that they use, and you'll get that inner ring that happens on the 2008 5 cents, the 2019 IRB 5 cents. They're all tilted dies. That's all that's causing that problem. There's no other coin. There's no mule. There's no nothing. It's a tilted die. Tilted dies cause that all the time, and the pressure that they strike the coin with. There's some people say it's the pressure's too slow. Not the pressure, but the speed, and the speed that the die is coming down is too slow, and others say it's fast. I'm on it's the fast side of things, that the die just comes down, the coin's on an angle, the coin is level, but they haven't leveled up the die. It comes down and it hits here, and some say slow, I say because it's gone real fast, and what it is, because of that angle, the wave of the push from the strike doesn't make it to the edge. It's hit it so fast and gone, it just didn't get there. And that's all because of that angle. If it had been flat, it'd do it. But that angle of that vertical tilted die causes that inner rim. There's nothing else can cause it. Anyway, so no, there's no other mixed mule with a coin like that, except for the 2016, the 1916 halfpenny that was muled up with the Emperor King obverse of the Indian rupee, and they had the king on there, but it was called an emperor, and somebody accidentally put the Indian obverse onto the Australian 1916 I. It's got the I under the king penny, and that's a mule. And until the 2000, that was the only mule. So the 1916, the 2000, the 2005 is a mule. 2005 Mobberoos is a mule as well. That should have been the Dancing Man. And the 2007 5 cent piece, because it's got two heads. They're the only mules that there are. There ain't any others. And they have to be gazetted by the Mint to even be a mule. And they're all gazetted by the Mint as being mules, and the only mules that they have. So unless they say so, they don't exist. There's the mule, 2005, and it's got a Mobberoos. It should have been the Dancing Man for the year. Let's see if we got one. No. Anyway, it should have been the Dancing Man for the year, but somebody went out into the vault. They pulled out the 2006 Mobberoos and they put it in there. the mint saw it before it got out, and they minted 5.7 million on, and that's a gazetted mule. So if you want a mule, 2005, and that's another tilted die. Deeper here, nothing there. It's come down and it's hit here first, and there. It's only a slight, because it's actually made it across. But when it's high and it's right off, it creates those inner rims. So yeah, that's the mule. If you want a mule, 2005. Well, let's get through these ones. All right. Oh, where are we? I'm just catching up. There's 4 mules. There's a 2016 halfpenny. There's the 2000 mule. There's the 2005 $1 mule Mobberoos, and there's a 2007 double head. That's the 4 we got. If you look on eBay, you'll see some guy's got a proof 20-cent piece for 75,000. I think a 2006 or something, 20-cent piece, or maybe earlier. Double platypus, double reverse, and he wants 75,000. And he said that's come out of a proof set. It's not gazetted. It's full of shit, and it'll be a fake. What they can do on the coins, they can laser all the way around that inner rim there. All right, they can laser in here, and they can cut that down, and they'll take it out, and then they'll cut the 20-cent piece, and they'll put it in, and it fits in. And you can look it up, but they are able to take out and put in. So be real wary about those ones that, you know, how the hell it got in there. It's not gazetted, nothing. Anyway, watch out. There's a lot of fakes that can be done in this day and age with lasers, and you know, everyone can make their own coins now. You can send away and people make dies for you. So be real wary about. Always do your homework. This is rotate. Always do your homework. And yeah, some of the ones on there, I don't believe for a second. After what I've read they can do, and I reckon they're fakes. So that's rotated to 30 degrees. So it's out 30. So just remember, every hour of the clock is 30 degrees. 12 hours times 30, 360. And yeah, so that's out, and they're all of these are out the same amount, that 30 degrees. So what am I on there? 11 to 2. So 2 rotates to got to get it right. I said the other day to somebody, when you rotate them, you got to watch, because she's out just that bit. You got to hold it in the exact spot, and sometimes it looks like you've turned it, but in your hand. Anyway, it's a rotate. I've got to get it right. Let me just hold that for a sec. Maybe I don't know. It's I've got to get it correct, but maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Anyway, so that's 12 to 1 on that so far over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 noodles. So again, up to 12 to 2. Sorry. So that brings it at 1 to 6. So that reduced it down. Oh, I needed a 14 to go with that 15. I better keep something till I find a better one. Ugh, would have been nice for a changeover. I haven't seen a changeover 16 for, I don't know. Excuse me. 30, but it's nothing. Nothing on there, nothing happens on them. 13s, not much on them. 2008s, there, oh, not that one. Mobberoos get the worst amount of, the Mobberoos are probably, the 2008 Mobberoos is the worst $1 minted on the reverse side. It gets the most cuds of any $1 coins and die cracks all over the reverse of it. And there's no other $1 coins that even come close to, well, maybe the 2009 gets a few of what 2008 had, but 2008 they have about, I think about say 8 or 9 errors on the back of it you can get, and you can get coins with all of them on there too, which I've had. And again, I had them uncirculated, and I don't have any, they all sold. But 2008's, yeah, there. So 2005 50-cent piece is the worst 50-cent piece we've ever had in minting. They even stopped it halfway through minting them for the year. They only did 20,000, not the 34, 20 million, not the 34 they were going to do, because they were just shot front and back. I've got videos showing 35 different coins with multiple errors on them, from one to multiple. And then the 2008 $1 has tons of errors all over the back with cuds and die cracks. 2009 has some, but 2008 is the worst. And the worst 20-cent piece, only on a short run, was the 2020 20-cent piece. And I've got 19 coins with 11 different errors and put into 12 groups, and that's only 19 coins. So 19 coins, 12 groups, and shared amongst them is 11 errors that I found, and they're all mixed. Those groups is 1, 2, and a mixture of all of them, crisscross. And that was the 2020 20-cent piece, worst 20-cent piece, but only in the first couple of months. So they must have been off the first run. The die was shot, they saw it, they got rid of it, and the next lot of dies were all perfect, because the only error I found on a 2020 20-cent piece now, and very, very seldom, is a small cud on the top of the crown at the Maltese cross. And that's it. But the first 2 months, I found all those coins, and I reckon that was their first run. They rectified it, and so now to find any 2020s with those errors on there, yeah, well, good luck. And I got them all straight away, so they're like almost uncirculated, you know. And I got them all sitting there. I did a video on it, so there's a video you can go and have a look at on the 2020 20-cent piece, and you'll see them all. So that's the worst 20-cent piece that we've had. Don't know why I'm straightening them back up. I should just be flipping them. Flip. Well, that was the 2006. I just tossed. Anyway, the Mobberoos on that was what went on to the 2015. The Mobberoos on the back of that's what went on to the 2005 dancing money. But we like mistakes, but the thing about that mistake was the mint found it before it got all out to everybody and hysterical, so they made 5.7 million. They could have scrapped them, but they didn't. They decided to continue on, and they probably needed them anyway, and minted enough of them that you could get a mil without paying big dollars for them. Looking for the oil-spaced IRB. If you find one, large head, you're going to be laughing rich, because I still can't find one after getting these uncirculated again in rolls. So what, in 22 years, I haven't found a large head. But they're supposedly out there. E for Echidna. There he is, 2022. Gash 3, Australia Post, got Australia Coin Hunt, 26 coins, A to Z, and a special blue Crux coin, which I had 15 of them. And I've only got 3 left. One in the GradTube coin album, one for myself in a roll, and one left on eBay. All the rest have sold and gone. Really, now they have. They took a while, but man, they got them at basically what I paid for them. So I've got nothing out of that. All the hard work that the Al went into, I'll say Al, went into finding them. Yeah. Let me see, what we got? This thing, yeah, this one's off too, so another rotate. So we got the Queenie, let's turn her over. So that's 2, so we're on 3 for 13, or 3 for 11 I should say. 3 rotates to 11 non-rotates now out of the last 4 noodles. There's another mule. I'd keep one. I've got a couple there that, you know, if you come across them in that condition, yeah, I've got 2 I think in that condition. No problems finding them, but getting them in good condition, yeah, that's another story. I think my hand's getting in focus there. I don't know which way to get the better light. I can't really see there. I've got lights everywhere here, and it's amazing I can't get a good grasp on looking at them with this light. Nothing in there. Oh, I haven't been catching up with snaps. I'm just reading, I'm just trying to catch up on getting the I'm just reading up here. Nah, Steve, it's bullshit, mate. It's just crap. I'm telling you. There's no way there's an Anzac coming back with a 10-cent mule on it. No way, not a chance. If it's been sent away, you're never going to see it get returned. Because whoever said it, it's just crap. It just doesn't exist. Yeah, they're just fakes, and don't believe. I could say to you that I've sent away 50 coins here to be graded. How would you know? And then I'll tell you they came back, but they're all crap, and I don't show you. Huh? Don't believe bullshit, mate. And definitely don't believe something until you see that NCGS and it's on their site and it's got the gold label, and you can go on there and check the registration, and it actually tells you. And the problem they're going to have with that is the grader, whoever they send it to, one of the two, is going to send it straight back to him. And you know why? Because graders, NCGS, NCIDS, but all those two, I never get the bloody things right. But you need to read their rules, mate. And the rules are, if you've got something that's a mule, the first thing you have to do is you have to get a certificate from the mint. They will not grade it as a mule unless it's gazetted. All right? So he can't send that off to get graded because he has to get it gazetted by the mule, by the mint, before they'll even grade that. And if it comes back graded, that means he sent it to a bullshit grader, because you need to look at their rules. they must be gazetted when it becomes something like that, because they are worth, in America, they're worth millions. You are not going to get it graded. You have to get the okay from the mint, that they say yes and explain what happened. Then the grader can grade it as being a mule, because they've been told by the people that made it that it is, not somebody's faked it or whatever. I just told you about the lasers and that, what people can do on the coins, as well as split them as well. The guy that's on eBay with the one for 75,000, proof, 2 platypuses, he hasn't got it graded. Why wouldn't he have it graded? It's a proof, straight out of the proof set, and he hasn't got that graded. You got stuff like that and they're not graded, you got to start asking yourself why. That's because the graders will not grade it. Man, they could do that for themselves. Imagine they could bring in their own coins and just put down mule and start selling them. There's rules. Rules have to be followed, and you cannot get a mule unless it's gazetted. So it's just bullshit. Whatever's going on with it, I haven't read it or nothing, and I don't need to. It doesn't exist. It's a bullshit coin, and he ain't going to get it graded. No way. I'm just catching up here. Oh, that's all right. $200 worth of 2022 coin. That coin. That's the post office ones, I gather. Yeah, not the dinosaur. I prefer the dinosaurs myself, which I got tons of. Yeah, but that's really good though. For filling up your sets, you know. Let's check these for missing beads. Not bad, Nick. I think they're 9 million or something. There's an A. They're worth getting. See, 1.5 mil, 35 years of the dollar, and a privy mark. I'll put that with the other one. And there's V for Vegemite. Look at that. Where's Spud Lee? Spuddy. If I had found that yesterday, I would have sent that up with the channel badges I made for him. I made him one, and 3 of them were sample ones till I got it correct. But I designed. No, it's not his channel, as you know. I put a design together. I've got one here, but if I show it, then it's not going to be a surprise for him. I kept one for myself. Well, I can print and make as many as I want. Anyway, so 398,000 on them, unless they've. Was it 398, 498? I can't remember now. Somewhere there. Not a high mintage, that's for sure. That first year. Nice. B for Vegemite, same thing. Gash 1 is the E. A to Z's, put them in tubes. That year, the special coin was an A for Australia Post, and it had a privy mark on there, just here, an envelope. The next time they brought one out, the 2020, the 2021 Gash 2, that was a coloured G coin, and then last year's was a coloured X coin, but the first year was a privy mark, and it's an envelope on the A, so look out for them. People that got those tubes and didn't know about the A at all being on there, and they don't even notice. I'll swap that 2014 I had with that one. There's a good chance that they could spend that A. So that A, in my opinion, has a good chance of making it into circulation by somebody unsuspecting that had a roll of them or bought some, looked at them, didn't know, just thought that that was how the A was supposed to be. I mean, if you're not told or shown anything, you can't know. And maybe they got broke like I did before Christy, and they go down and spend them. And so there's a chance that the A, Privy Mark A, for 2019 has a chance of being out there. The 2021 colour, nah. The 2022 colour X, nah. they're just standouts in when you find them in the tube. But the first year, yeah, people might just not pick it up, just think it's normal. There, right, 2 million on that, 2.1, 2019 JC. And so, you know, theoretically there's a chance with the 2019 of being in circulation. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on the A for Australia Post, and you won't miss the privy mark because it's quite a good size envelope just here, long one. All right. This looking, yeah, that's a pretty one. Oh, the X marks the spot. I just happen to have quite a few uncirculators. I kept a lot of X's. I put so much back in before Christmas. Oh man, they're all, you know. But if it's on eBay, buddy, I'm not even interested. I look at them all day, every day. I find them, I report them, and nothing happens. eBay don't give a crap that they are fraudulently trying to mislead and sell those coins, which is against the ACCC. You cannot mislead, and they are misleading all the time on there. You still got the 88 HHH $2, and people want 3,000 and 5,000 for them, and I mean they're worth $2. You know, people. And silly people buy them, but that's why I've started doing all my videos, try and educate people. Anyone smart enough to get over will get educated as to what, you know, what's going on eBay and anywhere else you buy coins from, and to keep an eye out and check that, as well as finding coins yourself. But there's double-headed, there's double-sided, double-tailed, there's proof, uncirculators, there's mule this, mule that. One person put down there's a mule, and I think it was just like the, just say one of these. No mule, nothing. They just wrote mule next to the name. So people are starting to write mule next to anything, and because the word mule, they're scammers. They're trying to catch people out with the word mule. They're dogs. Dirty dogs. And that's why I do this. I sell on eBay. I check all those things. I put them in 1,000,000 times, and eBay do not do anything. The ACCC don't do anything. Nobody does nothing, and yet they're fraudulently trying to rip off everybody with those headings. And then you go in and look at it, and they don't even explain what the error is. They just put Australia rare mule coin. That's it. They don't even explain what it is. You see that with the error ones. Error coin. There's a photo. It's blurry. That's it. That's the write-up. Error coin. And they put $1,000 on it. Mate, they're just like viruses trying to hit the back of your computer all day, every day, trying to get into your computer. They're the same. They just put up anything they can, any feelers they can. Whoop. Yeah, there you go. Told you about a blooper. Any feelers they can to get somebody sucked in and get scammed. And I sell on it because I ain't got nowhere else to sell them on. I try and sell them through YouTube, but every time I put stuff up, nobody's interested anyway. So I've got to go on there. But yeah, they're just, don't believe none of that crap, mate. That's why I'm here. You listen to me. Don't look at them. You know what it is? Just think logical, like I do. Be a logical thinker. All right? Don't be sucked in by the, what they try to do with those ones is get you, your FOMO, fear of missing out. That's what they're trying to do. There's where the mule could be on, that 2000 with the 10-cent piece. They're low mint, 5.7. They get cuds just at the corner of that ruse foot and the tail, and they get whopping great big rabbit ears on these. And they're one of the worst minted coins we got, worst material. They're not lasting, being hit. Oh, don't buy any expensive. Don't buy anything. Doesn't matter. Don't buy anything unless you check on my videos and stuff. Listen to what I've got here, or you ask me if I don't get inundated with stuff. But that's all I can tell everyone is just think logical and do research. You know, and research is watching my videos too, and listening to what I'm trying to tell everyone after 26, 7 years of buying coins, 24 years of noodling, and 17 years of selling coins continuously on eBay. So I don't know how much more experience you need somebody to have to be telling you what to be watching out for. It's an absolute. I haven't been ripped off once in anything I've bought. Not once. On a coin, or not on coins that I've bought. Because I've done the research, checked it, yeah, done all the logicals. And I have not been ripped off once. The only rip-off I got was that bloody scam last year that ripped me off $7 grand, and I still haven't heard from the National Bank at all. They dumped us. They rang us. We rang them, got through 3 times within 2 weeks, and they dumped us. We haven't heard nothing from them. That's all we got was from the Barclay Bank that the money went to, that National Bank was handling. We got a letter from them. We haven't had no call up from the National Bank. We haven't had nothing. And yet they got the gall to keep sending us emails telling us how good they are about fraud prevention. They stopped me from actually stopping that money getting into that other person's account because they shut down their account. They shut it down. I couldn't do nothing, and they didn't do anything. And I had a 4-hour window before that money went through to stop it myself. But they shut it down within 5 seconds, took over, couldn't get access to my account, couldn't see the details of where it went to, didn't even know it was the Barclay Bank. Oh no, no, I didn't know till after it had gone through. But it was amazing how I said to my wife, I go, man, I could ring them myself, you know, but because it got shut down and the fraud prevention squad got in, I thought they were doing it all. But they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything for 5 days afterwards. And they had a 4-hour window to stop it, and they didn't do a thing. As far as I'm concerned, the National Bank owes us $7,000. They stopped me from being able to prevent that money going through because they shut me down. I would have done it straight away. Shit, man, I worked in an office for 6 years, looking after 250 people. I can do anything in the office. I can do all that crap they did. And they shut me down and blocked me out, and they caused us not to be able to stop that transaction. And they did nothing. And we haven't heard from them. They're low-life dogs. That's all I can say. And they owe me. If I ever win Taslotto, man, I'm going to get a lawyer, and they are going to get sued to the shithouse by me for this, for what they did. And I had to get rid of all my coins, as I said, before Christmas because of that rip-off, that $7 grand. So I got nothing. So I had to put everything in. I had 45 sets of 2016 Olympic Rios. 45 sets. And I took them down and put them in the bank. I had, except for the coronation and a few, and except for the coronation and the 2014, 15, maybe 1 or 2 others, everyone else that I took down was between 30 and 80 of each one. And I put them back in the bank. I put nearly $4,000 back in. Mate, you'd all cry if you saw what I put in. And because eBay takes too long to sell, they can take 12 months to sell one coin on eBay. And Gas 3, Yarra Valley, very nice. And so, so anyway, I took down cryable sets, I'll tell you now. But at the same time, I'd had all that stuff on eBay trying to sell, and nobody wants to buy them, so I wasn't too fussed about taking them all down. I tried to sell those Rio sets. Yeah, there's just too much competition. And I'll tell you another shifty move that goes on eBay as well is don't look at what anything's selling for on eBay. Please listen to Rick from Pawn Stars, you know. Where is it? There's my hat from Pawn Stars, gold in America, world famous. That's the original hat. I'll zoom in. And remember what he says. It's not what they ask for, like the people that want $3,000 for the 88 $2. You got to go into completed and have a look at what's sold. And that's what you go off for your price, what's been selling and for how much. And then look at the time differences in between the sales to give you an idea of how long it takes to get rid of one or two, and there's 10,000 coin sellers on there. Yeah, but always check the in eBay, go to the left, and you'll see completed and sold. You can just click sold, and then all the green, it'll all come up and show you all the stuff that's sold in whatever your heading is, and it'll show you the price. And that way you can get an idea of truly what's selling, what's not selling, and what they're selling for. And that should be your go-to place before you even buy anything off eBay. Oh, that was my last roll. Oh, I was going to keep going. Yeah, so before you buy anything off eBay, make sure that you go into the sold section and have a look to see what's sold and for how much. That way you can make an offer on something as well. If it's for sale, they'll give you an idea of a fair offer to offer somebody for something. But don't buy anything until you look in the solds, and don't believe anybody what they tell you they sold it for until you go and check and see what they're selling for. I'll tell you what I sell for, and look, you can go and check the completes on mine, you know. But I've got no reason to lie to anybody in that. It doesn't worry me. I try and tell you exactly what they're worth, because I'm always pointing out how hard they are to sell. They're so difficult. I've got these on eBay, these rotates. If they were 2001, they'd sell straight away, you know. $30, $40 on the average. I've got these on eBay, and I've had them on there now since last year, and I've got them for $7 each, and I haven't sold one. Not one. Not a single one. I had these, no, I had Anzacs in sets, $5, $15, not a one. I had the AUSs for $12, not one. And I'm talking, I had them on there for, 4, 5, and 6 months, and I can't sell them. I've got 5,366 positives on there. I think if you went right back over the whole 17 years, I think I got 3 negatives, 4 negs. One I'll take, the other 3 I gave them stick on because it was crap. And 9,000 sales it shows on there, but that's a bit under because I've posted about 18,000 things out. So I don't know what they're going on about there. But I think if somebody buys more than one thing off you in 7 days, it's only counted as one sale for that person, and they can only do one feedback. No matter how many things they buy off you in 7 days, there's only one feedback they're allowed to do. So I've got about 18 to 20,000 I've posted out from eBay. And my point is, I've had coins sit for 2 years, like down to dollars, and nobody will buy them. It's extremely hard. Extremely hard. The same as these. I've got all those sets. It's not worth selling them. The Canberra Mint has got the set of 4 without the privy mark for $12. They got the set of 4 with the privy marks still for $20, and they've got the proof set of 4 for $120. They're still on the site. They've still got them. And yet, you know, some people are trying to sell these for $20 and $25 a set on eBay with postage, and the Mint still has these on their site. You can still buy all of them on there. So don't buy any sets off anyone anywhere. Go to the Mint and buy an uncirculated set. You can get all 3 that came out. So I've got all those sets, and that's why I won't put them on eBay. It's not, I can't compete. There's uncirculated ones in a pack for $12 from the Mint, and they're $4. Even if I put them on for $8, eBay's going to take $2. I'll make $2. I've got to post it. I've got to go drive the car. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. So be wary about the fact that you think you got a mint and they're all worth tons of money and you're going to sell them at a drop of a hat. No, you're not. I'll tell you what you'll be doing with most of them. You'll be taking them down the bank and you'll be putting them back in, because you either don't know how to sell them or you do, but nobody's buying them. And all those figures in eBay are, well, misconstrued, if I get back to it. On the completed, when you see the sold ones, what a lot of sellers do, as I was getting to, is they actually get their friends to buy them. They do the feedback or whatever, just like the normal. But what the whole idea of it is, they're trying to show that they've sold coins, that they got coins selling through their shop, and they also jack the price up. And so you see that they've been selling, good feedback. That's, oh yeah, and you pay more than you should have somewhere else. But the problem is, that person, if you really look back, their sales mightn't have been that good. You've got to have a look at the sale pattern. And what it is, they just get their friends to come in and buy up stuff. They don't even pay for it. They don't post it or anything. That's all they do behind the scenes, is cancel the order. But the thing with eBay is, if you cancel an order after you've paid, you're allowed to do feedback. So a seller can sell stuff as much as they want to anybody that's a friend that they're canoodle with, and then after the sale, after it's finished and showed its sale, they can cancel it. And then that person can leave feedback, the seller can leave feedback, but the sale still shows as a sale. It doesn't get removed. Be wary. There are lots of sellers that are having their friends buy them. They're cancelling it behind the scenes. The feedback gets allowed to be done. And in the completed and sold, it shows as being sold. And you might see something like this sold for $100. And it's like, you know, you might go and pay 100. But just, you got to watch out for anybody that's doing that. And it's quite rife on eBay that they are doing that. And the other one is when you put a bid on. The other one is shill bidding, and that's where you get your friends to not buy it outright as a buy it now and it shows as sold. They cancel it, leave feedback, so it looks like it's all legit, but nothing's changed hands. The person gets feedback too, which is a breach of eBay too. You can't do that. And the other one's shill bidding. They'll get a friend to come in and bid and pump that up and try and get the other person at the auction to pay tons. If the friend that came in and shill bidded ends up winning the coin, the same thing happens. They just cancel it. They get to do the feedback and it shows as a sale. Be very wary. about completed, sold from a seller that you don't know if they shill bidded to get that price up on an auction, or they got a friend to buy that coin outright, another coin outright, in they buy it now, and you've bought it and done it all based on their feedback and their sales. Look, what you need to do is look at the history going back and try and see if you can figure something out. But anyway, be wary, all right? Just be real careful on eBay about, the theory of me and Rick on Porn Stars. Don't believe what people are asking. Look at the completed sales, what actually sold. But then he doesn't tell you, but I'll tell you, there's another problem where the sales have been done by friends of the seller and just cancelled behind the scenes. But everything gets to be done just the same as the sale. And that's eBay's problem. If it gets cancelled, it should be taken out of the sales or shown back as not sold, and they shouldn't be able to do the feedback. But eBay allow that, and because they allow that, there's mistrust in sales, sold things with me because they could have shill bid it. They could have got somebody to buy a buy it now item. So be very careful about that. It's a bit of info, bit of stuff to be really wary of. Oh yeah, there's scammers everywhere. It's why I did this. It's exactly why I did all of my videos and still do my videos. It's what I'm telling you now. This is what it is so you don't get stiffed when you go and buy something. And I'm just trying to throw it all at you as best I can. And you really got to look at the logics of it. Have a look at the price if you think it was ridiculous, even though it's sold. Try and do some background on and looking at the sales on that channel. You can go onto their what items for sale, and on the left hand side it'll have the completed and sold. Click on that and it'll show you all the stuff that seller, just that seller, has sold. Okay, or if you just hit complete, it'll show what's completed and sold. If you look at mine, I've got a million finishes and stuff because I've been putting mine on one-day auctions. I'd started doing that before Christmas, and I've actually sold more coins doing one-day auctions than putting them into buy it now and just sitting there. Right? So if you look at mine, I've got tons finishing, or in my completed, you'll see. But go and have a look how much sales I've had in the last 2 weeks. $1,600. So, and before doing that, I was doing like $10 a week. I end up doing that, and I end up with $1,600 in 4 weeks. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's Howard's knowledge for the day. As I say, share knowledge in my description. Don't hold back. Tell everybody, but don't tell people bullshit. Don't go on. Here's a jibe that I hate. And don't tell me it either, because I'll tell you, I'll get pissed off. Don't tell me anything unless you can back it up. If you can't back it up and you're telling me what, hearsay, I don't even want to hear it, because hearsay is what gets those $2 sold for $500. So I will not put up with hearsay. If you tell me something, make sure you've got the proof to back it. I want to see evidence. I'm showing you here. I'm not going to put up with people telling me, oh, I heard this, or a guy told me this. What the hell is that all about? I could tell you shit all day, and I won't put up with it. That's why I do this, is I won't put up with anybody coming up with conjecture with no proof, which starts hysteria and can end up making people pay for coins that are worth face value. So if anyone wants to say anything about something, make sure you're telling me the truth. And it's all not hearsay. I won't put up with hearsay. Hearsay are lies. Hearsay is something that starts off something like the TikTok with the 88, $2. Hearsay got people ripped off. Do you know how many people paid thousands for them? I'm so sorry for them. They got ripped off, and that was because of hearsay. So just to let you know, I am absolutely ardent on the fact I won't listen to bullshit. So if you tell me something, it better be right. You know, you better do your research, you better have some photos, the whole lot. Yeah, that's it, just like I would do. So definitely don't come onto my channel telling me shit. I'll tell you now, I'll block you out, kick you out, I don't care. But because that's reversing everything I've been doing since what, 2015? 2015, yeah, 26, 24, I'd have to have a look. When I put my first videos on. Since 2014, yeah. And so that's just reversing everything that I've done. Yeah, 2014. In what, 9 years now? Is to stop that conjecture and to stop people getting ripped off. It is rife, it's wrong, and we don't need it. You don't need conjecture. All those mules, you don't need that shit. We've got what we got here. If there's anything there to find, I'm going to tell you. That's for sure. But I'll fight and get really flustered up, I'll tell you, if people start throwing at me test questions with bullshit. Don't do it. I won't put up with it, and I'll tell you, I'm pretty strict. You'll be out and never coming back too. So, yeah, so in here, truth with research, with proof, and that's great. If you do that and you find something, that is brilliant, and I'll show it and go with it the whole lot. But if anyone's coming on my channel trying to tell my subscribers bullshit after what I've been trying to get through to them, you will not be coming back. I swear to God. You get one chance. And that was the one when you did it, and you won't be back after that. So it's my channel. I do what I want. I've built it up. Everyone's welcome to come and learn off it. But if I had no one there at all, I'll still do the noodling. I'll still be talking to myself. So, you know, it'll be no sweat off my back. I'll still continue doing what I'm doing. But I've watched a lot of videos lately and a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of people out there talking shit. And it's not right, because it's making people confused, and it could cause them to buy stuff they shouldn't buy, or they don't need to buy, they overpay for it. Yeah. So anyway, beware on eBay. Don't listen to crap. Make sure there's always proof, photos, the whole lot. Because otherwise it just ends up conjecture and confusion, and the bullshit just keeps spreading. And we don't want that. Not with coins, because you can, the prices you pay are too high for misleading information and lies. So yeah, so do your homework, and the logic thinking, think logical. That's what I do, is logical thinking. If it ain't logical, it's bullshit. That's it. So anyway, that's my rant for the day. I should have done a separate video on that. Yeah, but it's not that. You know, what you need to be doing is the 2014 mule. It's just bullshit. One coin. That's just crap. And if people keep saying it, the crap will keep going around. Just forget about it. Forget about all that stuff. Just go on what we actually know is true, real, and sanctioned by the Mint. But other than that, it's just causing shit, you know? And there's a lot of it going around. And people keep wanting to believe in it. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you can love what's there and whatever, but it's still lies. Yeah, look, I agree anyway. People have got to be able to ask, yeah. But at the same time, if you're asking so much, you haven't done your own research. If you did, you wouldn't ask it because you'd know it's bullshit. That's my point. Before anyone throws it out there, do your own research. But don't go off conjecture. You need photos, you need the results. And I would definitely be asking Australia coins and banknotes, and they'll tell you. That's probably one of the best, if they're still going. I don't even know if they're still going, that magazine. Yeah, there's crooks all out there, that's right. But the crooks get away with conjecture and lies, and I heard this and I heard that. You can't. The world doesn't work on that. It doesn't work correctly. Anyway, I won't put up with it. Research, check all your stuff, because if it's irrational, it doesn't make sense, then it's probably crap. But if you can't find research on it at all, complete research, again, if it was real, it would be out there in all the coin magazines. It would be in the mint issue as well. It's a big find. It's not chicken feed, it's a big find. So it would be out there in force. Any big finds would be. I don't know where my other light's gone. One crashed out. Anyhow, I'm done. But yeah, please, everyone, just do research, check it. That's all I can say. That's the best way. Otherwise, you will get ripped off. All right, cool. I'm going to. I think looks like my lights. Just about. I didn't charge them, as I said. So anyway, a couple of good coins there, I suppose. Well, 2 rotates. 2022, is it? Or 21? 21. Well, that one's the first year. There's 12.5 million there. Dino, need him. Got the Y, E, Anzac. Well, the 2015 I want. 2014 I don't want. And AU. What did I get there? In the end, there's an A. 2 A's. Is that an S or a U? No, that's not even one. What was that one? Oh, that's the 2005 mule. Yeah. Anyway, that was just to show you. If you want a mule, there you go. Find one of them, cheapest one. All right. And a Vegemite. That's pretty good. Spuddy like that one. Cash one, and then. Oh yeah, that's the 15 Anzac. So yeah, 3, 6, 9, 11 coins out of 200. 10% is 20, 5% is 10, 11, there you go. 3 to 5% every time. That's my average over 24 years. No matter what you got, there should be 3 to 5% of error, varieties, low mints, collectibles, not intended for circulations, mint mark, well, they're all not intended, but and then your oddity collectible that you might like because of something happened to it, like somebody put a stamp on it with the number, which, remember, any stamps, anything that's got a stamp in there, that somebody's done that with the stamp punch at home. The mint's not allowed to touch these. Just remember, logically, they have to come out perfect every time. The mint does not stamp them. There's no need to stamp. What are they stamping for? If they're coming back for remelt, they're just all together. Not each coin stamped. The stamp on there is normally from a fair or a token to get in, because they don't have to make them. So there's the token. These people made them. But you can turn this into a token. You could stamp and name it. You could do whatever you want to it. But if it's defaced, that's from outside damage. The mint doesn't mark their coins. They've got to come out 100% every single time. No errors, no nothing. So anything that's got a deep pressed letter, number, hole in it, they're all bullshit. They're all homemade. That every coin has to look like that, and the only errors you're going to find is from a striking error. Everything else, well, planchet prior, but everything else is done out of the garage at home, somewhere, at a fair, anywhere. But yeah, don't pay money for them. I've seen them on eBay where, oh look, special number 9 or 6 or 5. Yeah, I can go in the garage and I can mint them all day, every day. And I don't encourage them at all. If you find them, I encourage throwing them back in and don't keep them, because that's just encouraging the people that are selling them for big money when they're just doing them out in the garage with a letter punch and a hammer. So yeah, they're a rip-off. And you wouldn't buy one. Go and buy a punch set for less money and make your own, which is illegal anyway. All right. Yeah, Julie's bought off me, yeah. I've only got a few people that have actually bought anything off me, I don't know. But if I was me, I'd rather buy off me than anyone else, and definitely from eBay, even though I'm on eBay, because it can be cheaper, because eBay charges 13% for everything. Yeah, I had a couple of gold coins there I was going to dig out and put on. I did already on YouTube. I put them on there the other month. $40 under price for each one. It was the dinosaur, 1/10 of an ounce. They still got them at the mint, so you can get them at the mint as well. You can't get the silver $1 that I'm giving away with my game on the grand final of my game, but you can get the gold from them, and they're $3.60 still. I bought 2 of them, and I put on YouTube 6-8 weeks ago, and I said, anybody wants them for $3.20 plus $10 postage, and no one took a bite, and I was taking a loss on that. They're $3.60. You can go on the site, you can go on the mint now, and you'll find all the dinosaur one, the gold, the proof set, the privy mark, and the straight set, but you won't find the silver. That's sold out. So you can still buy them on there, and I try to offload it before Chrissy for $3.20 plus $10 postage. That's $30 under what they are at the mint, and I didn't get any bites on it. So I was going to put it on eBay. Julie won last night there, NN. Oh, let me have a look. Snapper sent something there. Let me have a look. Yeah, that don't mean shit. They got a 2020, they got a 2016, a 2014, and a 2000. And the only one that you can actually see decently, well, even the 2000 doesn't look like it, because I can't even see the double rim all around the top, but it is PCGS, but they didn't show you that it was a mill. I can see an inner rim on the 2014 that's there. Yeah. So that's a fake. Bit hard to see with the 2020 there. Yeah, looks like the 2020 is a fake. And it looks like the 2015 is a fake. So 3 of them are fakes, and the 2000 is real. And I've told heaps of people 1,000,000 times how to tell a true mule to a non-true mule. And those 3 are non-true, but even the mule, I can see the rims on the other 3 that you said, but that mule, I can't even see the rim very good on it. But 3 of them are fake. Easy to tell a fake 2000 mule. This distance here around the lettering and the numbers, see, that's exact. So let's say that's 1 mil, irrespective, doesn't matter. The fakes, when they do the fake ones, the parts of this will be closer to that rim. That's a fake. If you got a 10-cent piece going on here, no matter where it is, you'll have the outer rim distance to the top of that lettering exact all the time. So no matter if it was offset, whatever, the distance between that and there will be exact all the way around for the 10-cent piece, and it'll sit in there, no matter if it's offset or what. Those three that you showed me, I can see that like the A is nearly on the rim coming till it gets the gap. That's fake. So a mule, if you have a look at 2000, you'll see that the 10-cent piece, no matter how offset it is, the gap, because you've actually got the whole 10-cent rim and everything in there, so no distance should be changed. And that's how you tell a fake. That distance there won't be exact all the way around. It'll be close one, getting wider at the other. No, it's not how it works. All right, so 3 fakes, and that mule I'm still not convinced on because I don't even see a double rim on it. So I don't know. And it doesn't say the PCGS on there, so it could just say that it's a 2000 that got graded. But I honestly can't even see. I could just see down the bottom a little bit, but I can't really see the whole rim on that. So it's like all 4 of them are bullshit, you know? So, all right, Julie, good luck. Anyway, Julie, hope you stay well. I'll be posting off your stuff today. After I get off here, I'll wrap it all up, yours and Snapper's, and I'll throw them out, and I'll post them out. I won't throw them out. Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for listening to my rant. But anyway, I'm pretty, I'm passionate about bastard rip-offs. I don't like liars. I do not like rip-off artists. I don't like people that have to exaggerate or do something just to get a sale or a point across. Anyway, that's me. That's what you get on my site, my channel site. Yeah, like it or lump it. That's as me, isn't it? You know. So yeah, that's just how things are. So anyway, all right, Snapper's going out somewhere. Don't forget, wear your badge, buddy. All right, so anyway, I've had my rant, but yeah, I don't normally rant on, but the people getting stiffed, me getting stiffed with that scam, but the same thing's happening, and I just cannot handle anything other than basically the logical facts, the things, and trying to help everybody not listen to that and just find what you know, find what's in your books, and don't look for those elusive things that you see, mega bucks up there that just aren't. They're just fakes. You got enough in these to look for. And you won't find them anyway, so they're not even worth looking for them. So, oh, did you? Snapper got scammed for $4.50 on the coin, yeah. But anyway, look, I'm trying my best. If anyone, as long as I don't get bombarded, and I'm talking bombarded, and don't ask every bloody coin and stuff, because you've got to do your research. I'm not throwing on the plate for everyone. Well, basically I am, but you still got to get your books and research. But if there's something that, on eBay and whatever, you drop me a Gmail and I'll check it out. But I'm not guaranteeing whatever I tell you is right, but I'll try and lead you somewhere, and it'll all be based on logic. Everything on logic. It will outdo your lies, everything. It's got to work out to the Sherlock Holmes down. The very last answer is the answer as far as I'm concerned after you do it. But you've got to do research to get down to that answer, you see. And that's why I try and tell everyone, research. And you've got to get down to that last answer. And that's the answer. You've got to do your research. Anyway, I'm going. And I'll be going to have some brekkie. I haven't eaten yet. I'll get these back over the bank and I'll grab a couple of 100 more of, I don't know, I'll grab something. And I'll do another noodle later. Got to check the coins. Got to get the ones that are worth the money, you know, to sell on eBay. And out of there, how many will I sell on eBay? There, that's how many. Not one. Not one of these will sell. I'll tell you, I can't sell them. They've been on 4 months now. These, there's too much competition and the condition in it. I mean, I can't sell crap like that with the marks and all that on them, fingerprints. Not when you can get them on Circulating. You still buy tubes of these too from the mint, by the way, 47 with the folder. So don't go buying them from someone. You can get them on Circulating. You might get a blue in there. So yeah. But as for selling them, is none of them. They won't even sell. But the fact that even if they sold, you're talking the turnover from wrapping, driving, finding them, taking them back to the bank, you've lost money. You have lost money. You think you got a sale, great. Go and work it out and then get a sad face when it's like, I'm down 20 cents. I didn't make anything. Even though 20 cents, because it can be that close from actually nothing, 20 cents, or out of pocket. And that's why I don't sell these lower ones. I'll put on 2 5-cent pieces to sell because they were quite good. But I don't sell the lower ones because the turnover isn't enough, and they could sit on there for a year. They could sit there for who knows how long before you even sell them. These 4 months, not one sale. $7. Go and find them yourselves. $7. It'll cost them more than that to go and find them. And they got to find them. So anyway, but that's my point. For me on eBay, if I'm more like, oh, I got money coins here, I'm going to put them on eBay, and to tell you, no, that's what's at eBay. Nothing. I'd have better chance selling these on eBay than I will any of them, believe it or not. I'd sell these 2 before anything. I guarantee you, I put them on, they'd sell. That's how the crazy world is. They'll sell those tokens because people like the tokens. And they might, I don't know, but it's crazy out there. And they'd sell. And if I put them all together, I'd sell them quicker than any of the ones I've got here. And that's 17 years of it selling on eBay. Very hard to sell. And conditions of coins that you need to have to be up there in the competition for it, and be prepared for people that give you negative feedback because you didn't tell them about all the marks and the fingerprints on the bloody things. You know, you need to find the money coins, the ones that are like $40, $30 straight off the mark. These ones are chicken feeds. A lot of trouble. Photos, write-ups, the whole lot. This one, I put it on photo, write-up, put it on $5, $1.50 postage, that'll go. Guaranteed. These, put them on? No. You made $1 profit, yeah. But did you make $1 profit? Did you add up? Did you pay for the envelope? Did you charge them for that? The finding of the coin to start with, your petrol, the cost, divide it all down, and then your time for wrapping it and your labour for finding it, and then taking it to the post office or to the local post box, depends if you send it registered or not, and you add that up, and you got $1. Well done. I went down and put my money in and got more than $1 here just finding them. I don't put them on. You've got to turn over hundreds of them to even be with a smile on your face to say you've done any good. The real term is you'll be out of pocket. You can't have that lower turnover. My minimum one that I work on is $15. Minimum $15. For whatever I'm selling, I'm not putting it on unless I can make $15 on it. I can't sell them because I can't make 15 on it. These ones I'll put on for that 5. I can pack them quick, they can go quick, and I'll be going to post something else and I'll just pop it in with them. But no, these things, no. And they could be on there for ages. So yeah, I've done all that on eBay when I was having $800-900 a week, and I had those $1 profits and all that. But the thing was, I was selling tons. You know, we're talking hundreds a week of different coins. You know, that I was selling. Big, huge. I was doing so well till the crash hit in 2007. But you know, for me to do all that work for people now and get that dollar, and I might not sell another coin for a week. That was what was happening prior to, you know, going back last August and stuff. $10 a week. Anyway, yeah, for the price, it's just not worth it. It's just too much. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you got to sell. That's what I do. I sell them and then try and upgrade to, you know, better coins. But on the volume of that amount of money, turnover for the coins, it's not worth it because, you know, you might only sell one a week and you made $1. Geez, the electricity just for running your computer, you do all that and everything. If you made $1, at my point, you haven't made it. You're probably out of pocket. You need to. I worked out I need to make $15 on something just to cover the labour, the driving cost, the packing of it. You know, and you know, $15. That's what I've set my thing on now. If I can't make 15 on a coin or anything I put on there, I don't put it on. Like the dinosaurs, I can't put them on. They're still selling for $12 at the mint. And I got all those sets. I ain't going to sell them for $8. Just putting them in 2x2. These are all the I ain't packing it, taking it down the post office. I'm not even going to make no. So to help someone out and make $1 or $2 on 4 of them, I ain't going to help them out. They'll have to find them. They'll just be for giveaways. So I've got lots of bags of them for giveaways. But yeah, if you can buy stuff at the mint still, buy it from the mint and the post office. I'd buy it from them first. Yeah, so anyhow, but I'm going to have brekkie, and be wary what you buy, do your research, do your homework, be wary of what you tell other people. Don't carry on somebody's fables. Don't repeat what they're saying. Always do what I do when somebody says it, as I'm doing it. Show me the proof, because I'm not going to be the person that starts telling someone else, oh, someone told me blah blah blah. There's no truth. You can't do that. So it stops at me. It'll always stop at me until you show the proof. So you won't get me carrying on about something that's conjecture and made up. I've got to have the proof. If not, I won't even mention it again, because I'm not going to be a part of the conspiracies to get prices put up on coins and stuff that's just not worth it. So for me, the buck stops right with me. I'll ask you every single thing under the sun, and to convince me, that's for sure. I won't be convinced very easy at all. I've done too much work, too much research. I've read too much stuff. Said my head is like a library, mate, rammed in there. I read everything, and yeah, that's the end point. There's too much bullshit going around, and I won't be a part of continuing on. So it'll just stop. Proof that it's true, I'll follow it through. But proof, and it still shows it's not, whatever, it's out of focus and all that, I ain't gonna. I won't be part of the conspiracy to get coins that are worth nothing, worth more, and for coins that don't exist to be existent, and for fake coins that shouldn't exist to be existent. I won't be a part of that. Not a flying frog's ass cheeks. I'm trying to stop all that. Anyhow, I'm going. I've had me rant. But you all know where I stand anyway. That's me. Just right now, have a nice day. Oh, today's Wednesday. Oh, Australia Day tomorrow, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want to. Tomorrow's a public holiday here. We've got a public holiday. That's all I'm going to call it. Yeah. So have a good day tomorrow. Barbecue it up. We got 29 or 30 here, 28 today. So roasting, and yeah, have a good public holiday, everyone. And I'll catch up with you later today, probably, or tonight. I'm going to get some coins. All right, ta-da for now, and have a good day, and bye-bye. Oh, I'm looking at that, and I've got to do it up here. All right, ta-da.